The challenges of the blue economy and maritime security for India are to a certain extent two sides of the same coin. If we look at non-traditional security challenges, which are no less pressing for us than the traditional ones. The UDA's unique perspective being dissected here is not a day too soon. The lightning speed at which the relevant technology is growing necessitates the subject being foregrounded in our national discourse. In fact, I could just add that a random search on the internet yesterday, I found that there were articles by the US, European, and Singaporeans and Chinese experts, and couldn't find much really from Indian experts, of course, with the exception of our redoubtable Dr. Arnab Das. Acoustics-based approach to achieving UDA is relatively inexpensive and is an accelerator. It hardly bears mentioning that the maritime domain awareness cannot be achieved without the UDA. It is for India the next socio-economic progress technology frontier, which can only be driven by the marshalling of our entire national resources, encompassing both government and the private sector. One reason, of course, is that the emerging technology cannot be compartmentalized and is dual use driven, often through individual entrepreneurship. There is clearly the challenge of first arrival, and yet diffuse and nebulous rules of the road where India needs to help shape the global discourse. More than ever, it is also a race among nations in our times when, in a manner of speaking, most don't seem to be on talking terms. The challenge of global warming, ocean warming and ocean acidification is pressing for India due to its disruptive effect on itself and the other littorals having a bearing on our security and well-being. Accelerated decline in phytoplankton and its damaging effect on the marine food chain is already a fact. Ocean warming generates a negative feedback loop affecting monsoon rainfall and circulation. Sea level rises and storm surges are already affecting our coastal communities, including in terms of endangering the freshwater ecosystem. In the entire debate on global warming, one does not hear any assessment of the effect on the tipping points located in different parts of the world, including in proximity to India. Climatologist Stephen Harrison posits a distinct possibility that future climate change as it concerns South Asia will be abrupt and non-linear. An efficient tapping of our ocean resources will not only mitigate these threats, both regionally and globally, but also unlock our socio-economic progress and technological growth. And here, in fact, a more than normal level response is necessary for adaptation technology strategy for India. And again, here, acoustics-based approach is quite efficacious, which actually has implication for global governance, community governance level, and also in the feedback mechanism. India is in the midst of all these upheavals, unlike during the Cold War period, when it was geographically distant from that fulcrum of global power balance. Today, it is far closer to it, especially when it has a volatile border with one of the contestants in this power competition. Efficiently deploying our acoustics-based capabilities in the underwater domain would help in enhancing our awareness, and in combination with artificial intelligence, IoT, robotics, cloud computing, etc., would lead to our control over, which is strategic, over the big data and manipulating smart oceans, while others are looking to tap it ahead of us.